Hello, hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Rosalind Adams and I'm so excited to have you here. To my returning subscribers, you guys are the best. Thank you for always coming back. And if this is your first time watching my video or coming across my channel, you are in the right place, I assure you. Please don't just watch, kindly click on the subscribe button and also on the notification bell. Share to as many you feel will be needing this video. Before I go into the topic of today, I promise not to gatekeep on any information I know will be essential, will be useful for you in this relocation journey. So help me God. So today I will be sharing tips, resources like best bankable, reliable resources that will be helpful for you to ace your TCF test. Yes, it's no longer news that I passed my TCF at first attempt. So what were the resources, what were the apps, what were the things I did differently, to achieve this result? And that is what we'll be talking about today. Let's go straight into it. So TCF is one of the accredited acceptable proof of French language proficiency. TCF is one of the tests you have to take to prove that you speak French. If you're vying to migrate to Canada, it's one of the approved tests by IRCC, that is the Canadian Immigration Authority. TCF is test de connaissance du français, and there's another one that is that's TEF, which is a test d'évaluation du français. So either of the two is fine. For me, I took TCF. So I'm going to be talking about TCF. Yes, I actually tried TEF, but I wasn't lucky with TEF. That one is a story for another day. Seriously, TEF was after my life, so I had to quit it. But for TCF, I tried it once and I aced it. So what were the resources I used? What were the websites, the apps, the things I did differently? Seriously, you don't want to miss out of those resources because those were the things that helped me. In fact, there's this particular one that you don't want to miss out of. So I will be naming them towards the end of this video. Do well to watch to the end. So this test takes about 2 hours 50 minutes approximately in duration, and it's going to be testing 4 key areas, just like IELTS, that test your speaking, writing, listening, and reading. Yes, so it tests your compréhension écrite, compréhension orale, l'expression écrite et l'expression orale. So those 4 key areas will be tested, and if you passed, you are good to go. So this takes me to the tips and what I did differently to pass this exam. So like the saying goes, that he who fails to plan plans to fail. In every life endeavors, in every life adventure, you have to plan in order to have a smooth sail, smooth ride, and that is essentially what I did. In respect to TCF, I invested a lot. I subscribed to quite a number of channels, quite a number of websites that helped me to practice. I listened to podcasts. I downloaded the particular radio app where I was listening to podcasts, musicals. Sometimes they may be, hearing a particular podcast, and I'll be writing down to make up a full passage, and then I'll go over it to be sure that the grammar is correct. So I brushed up on my grammar rules, and aside that, communication. You cannot be talking of attempting TCF if you're not speaking like, okay, of course, most of us are not native speakers, especially let me speak for myself. I'm not a native speaker. Yes, I studied French, but life happens. I began to lose touch of the language, and for me to take this examination, I had to practice on so many, on so many key areas. So I began to communicate. I downloaded the particular app. I subscribed, and I was able to meet quite a number of native speakers with whom I practiced, speaking and even listening. Sometimes they they come up with debates. I listen to diverse topics, and that really helped me, on this journey. And aside that, like I said, I subscribe to a couple of channels, and I'll be naming them. Please, you don't want to miss out on all the list of apps and resources I used, because there's this particular one that I don't know how they did it. If you are able to practice at least 90% of all the past questions, both on listening, writing, reading, name it, the 4 key areas on this channel, on this particular app, you'll be sure to meet about 50% of the questions, like word for word, on examination day. So let's go straight into the resources and the apps that I used. Okay, so the first on the list of apps and resources I used to practice for TCF is Hello Talk. Oh my God, that app saved my life. It helps me a great deal on this journey. I still use the app. Like I log in almost every day to practice. So this app is a language exchange app where you tend to meet native speakers, not only for French, different languages. And this app helped me. I was able to connect with a whole lot of native speakers with whom I practice daily. Sometimes we do debates, diverse topics, cuts across different topics, and that helped me, especially with speaking and listening. Sometimes they talk, they argue, they crack jokes. A lot of things happen on that app, especially, but it's mainly a language exchange app. And if you are vying to learn a particular language, I recommend Hello Talk, and that is number 1 on the list for me. And the second one is RFI. RFI, that it's written RFI, RFI radio. Okay, so that RFI is a radio station, but you can download it on your mobile app, and there I listen to podcasts, daily podcasts, music, name it. It's a French radio, so you can download RFI on your phone, and that will also help you for listening majorly. And then for writing, like I mentioned earlier, sometimes I write as they speak, and that helped me a great deal, especially for my grammar rules, my conjugation, and a lot of things. The third one is Prep Future Paris. Is at this particular channel is on YouTube. Prep Future Paris. I don't know if that's how they pronounce it. Prep Future Paris, and it's found on YouTube. That channel also helps me. There's another one. That one is a website, Prep Mon Futur. That one I subscribed. You can see I said I subscribed to Hello Talk. I had to pay for their subscription, and then I subscribed to Prep Mon Futur, also to practice. So this language involves investing. It's not an easy journey, but of course it's for a good cause, so it's worth investing on. And there's another one on YouTube, which is Centre Le Cénacle. A month to my TCF. I also subscribe to that channel to be able to access some of their questions. There are some questions meant past questions and answer meant for only subscribers, so I had to subscribe to the channel. And the last one, which is the odogu of them all, which I've been talking about, is Formation TCF. Sometimes they call it Réussi. Formation Réussi TCF Canada. It's a website. If you just type it on Google, it will take you to registering. Oh my God, it's expensive. The subscription is expensive, but you see that channel is loaded for all the 4 key areas: listening, speaking, writing, reading. It has everything. Past questions for as far back as 1990 is something. You will meet all those questions. My brothers and sisters in the Lord, if you are able to practice 90% of past questions on listening, reading, writing on Réussi Formation TCF Canada. The day somebody just told me that this one, I told you I attempted TEF, then I joined. There was this particular Telegram group that someone added me to, and then I just said that it was only, all of them were just saying, who wants to join me in subscribing to Réussi? Who wants to join me in subscribing to Formation? Somebody now added me, and my brothers and sisters, a lot of past questions. And trust me, on exam day, I don't know, you will meet, if not 50% of the questions, word for word, no changes. And since you have already practiced and you already have the answers, because as you practice, then you take you to your answers and then you cross-check and see the one you got and the one you missed. And then you'll be able to take it again if you want to. So if you practice and you're already conversant with all those questions already, you see, Information TCF Canada, trust me, at least you're already halfway to success. So just use all of these resources. There are other ones online. Make your research. This is just based on my experience. If you are able to use some of these resources, it will help you a great deal. So this is where I'll be stopping today. I know quite a number of people that have chatted me, have asked me questions on why I did not write TF and why TCF and all of that. That's a story for another day. If I'm able to, I'll talk about it. If not, we'll talk about other topics and essentials that will help us on this relocation journey. And this is where I'll be stopping for today. Please don't just watch this video. Help my ministry and click on the subscribe icon, like and share this video. Till next time when I'll be coming your way again, my name remains Roslyn, and this is bye for now. Au revoir.